are back. The time is now.
Hello everybody, welcome to NUFC Talk. We are live for the instant match reaction. Newcastle United versus Wolves at home. We got the 3 points, ladies and gentlemen. We were able to capitalize and get the 3 points that we so much needed. Welcome. You can come in, call in, have your say. No camera needed. You can just simply have your say. Don't need to wait around. Just come on and have your opinion loud. My camera's not on. Oh, no. What is going on here? Let me see. That's kind of odd. That's kind of weird. Let me see here. I don't know what's going on. But anyways, let me see. Yeah, I don't know what's here. Let me refresh real quick.
No worries. So there you go. Chris has put you the thing in the chat. So as soon as you guys can come on board, Andy's in the building. No, Andy can't hear me. So
of course, we already know.
We can hear Andy, but we can't. He can't hear us. It seems to be the way it goes on there.
Am I there? Do you see me?
No, nothing. Your camera has just gone completely black. Well, you've just got your usual American mag picture in there. So I don't know what's happened there. Woltemade. In the bud for you guys. Yeah. Michael English say happy with the 3 points, but Barcelona on Thursday. Oof, yeah. We've got to be better than what we've done today, I must admit. Still no camera, Chris. I don't know what's going on with your camera, but yeah, it's a desperate performance, but a big 3 points, says Foxy. I agree. I mean, like I said, it wasn't. It was very much a spoiling tactic from Wolves in the first half. Stopped us playing, tried to block everything. Again, hassled our midfield. Didn't really allow us to play at all. And the numbers, when you only got to have a look at the numbers. You know, according to SofaScore, you know, they've given Bruno a 6.6, Tonali a 7.5, Joe Linton a 7.6. Now, I didn't think J7 had a massively good game. You're back. You're there. And they've given Fabian Schär man of the match, believe it or not, for SofaScore, with an 8 for Fabian Schär. And Kieran Trippier 7.7, which again, you know, you look at some of their numbers and you go, woo, I certainly wouldn't have gone that high.
Yeah, and as I was saying, you know, we won the match. It's very happy that we got the 3 points. We needed to do that. Everything went in our way, if you think about it, as far as the Woltemade score and getting the 3 points, and so everything really was going on, has gone our way, and we just gotta keep going. I want to know what the men of the match, you know, who would it be? I got Tonali, Woltemade. We need 2 more players. So people, let us know who could it be.
Let's go. Let's try and get it across the park then. So let's do Fabian Schär at the back.
Fabian Schär could be a good one, yeah.
Fabian Schär at the back, because I think out the back 4, he seemed to be the one that was doing a lot of the blocks, especially in the first half. He did that really good interception at the back post in the first half. So I think Fabian Schär definitely needs probably to be up there. Who else could I say?
It's kind of hard, man, because I don't.
It is. So you've got Tonali, you've got Woltemade, and the only other one that, again, only for the cross, would you go Murphy?
Maybe so, yeah.
Or J7. So. It's. I'll tell you what. We'll let the audience go with it. Pick us one from J7 or Murphy for the cross. Because, like I say, at the midfield, it was a bit of a battle today. And J7, as much as he didn't do a great deal, he battled well in there. So I would give him a chance.
And until we get people in and maybe make a decision there, welcome Umar to the channel. Calling in, having your say, mate. What do you think?
Yeah, it was a good game. I'm happy for Woltemade scored on his debut.
That's
Hopefully,
good. That's good.
hopefully much more to come.
True. I mean, everybody was happy about that. So did you like the lineup overall with Murphy on the right? Yep.
Yeah, it worked because he was the one that crossed the ball, wasn't it? For the Woltemade goal.
Yeah. Very true.
Yeah, very good goal, very good cross.
Yeah. Jessica Noble here says man of the match has to be Nick Woltemade.
Any update on Wissa? When will he play?
Well, not really. Other than the rumor that he's still going to be out for Barcelona and might be back the following. I think we play that Sunday, so maybe back then. But then I guess you had to train, so might not even make it to that one either. Yeah, that's kind of what we're.
Do you think when Wissa comes back, do you think he'll start Wissa or Woltemade, or will they play both?
I think you've got to play Woltemade if he does what he's done today. To be fair, he didn't look as though he'd never played for Newcastle. He looked comfortable. He looked involved. So for me, you stick with the side that's doing it. My concern is midfield, and it's crazy to say that, but like I said, we just don't seem. When the going gets rough, I think we take too many gambles in the middle of the park, and I think we just need to play simple sometimes. And I thought, as much as Bruno has been one of our standout players in the first three games, I thought he was probably our poorest player today. And there was a few out there, if I'm honest with you.
Get Yingson, I'll be right back, Gary.
Yeah, no worries. Say that again, Umar.
So where does that leave us in the league with our first win of the season today?
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to have a look at the league tables, mate. I will do that in a second. I mean, it's not going to change dramatically, but it's like everything else. It's about the where we are as in a team. I think we've got up to 9th on 5 points. Yeah, I've just had a quick look. Up to 9th on 5 points. Yeah, equal with Fulham. And 1 point behind Tottenham and Crystal Palace.
Did the Mackhams get beat today?
I think they had a draw. I think they drew. So they're on 7 points. So again, they're doing all right, the Mackhams, if I'm honest with you. They're doing okay, but it's still early days.
Yeah.
Before I get Big Yinks in, are you still with me, Big Yinks, or has he gone? No, I think he's lost his connection. So I'll drop him out.
Did you expect Woltemade to score on his debut?
Well, no, mate. I said it could be a gamble. I'm just going to say a big thank you to Big Tank 9401. What's the worry about? I knew Nick would score. Thank you, matey, for your contribution. Andy, can you hear us now? All right, mate. That's all right. So at the minute we've got Umar in. Umar. So who was your player of the match?
I'll give it to Big Nick.
You're going to give it to Big Nick as well? Yeah.
Give it to Big Nick, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I thought it was a very close one between Tonali and Big Nick, if I'm honest with you. I thought Tonali, as much as he was bossed in the midfield, he did well for the small contribution that he did. I can only remember one poor pass from that midfield section when he was trying to support down that left-hand side, and he gave it straight to an old gold shirt. But I mean, apart from that, I thought he did excellent again. And like you say, Woltemade for me looked like he'd never been away from the side. Never mind just come into the side. He looked very steady, and that's only going to benefit him going forward. So I really enjoyed that. So who was your worst performer, Umar?
My worst performer? Oh, that's hard. Probably Bruno. I've given the ball away too many times, yeah.
Yeah, I can agree with you, mate. Okay. Like I said, there was a couple of them. I didn't think Harvey Barnes had a spectacular game. There was a couple of, like you say, Bruno put us in trouble a few times.
Do you think Elanga should have started ahead of Barnes today?
Again, I think it was more a tactical, slow build-up and looking for the quality in the box rather than and expecting something from Harvey Barnes, and he didn't do that.
Did you see Langer's goal for Sweden? He was playing up front.
I did, coming on off that left hand side. I think he did really well.
Yeah. Do you think they should play him there on the left hand side?
Yeah, Connor says Pope kept us in it in the first 20 minutes. Yeah, I agree with that one as well, matey. Pope was our saviour in that first, especially 15 seconds. Buddy, I'm going to let other people come in. Thanks, Umar, for your contribution, mate. Take care.
No bother, yeah.
Andy, how are you, matey? What did you think of the game? You can't hear us now. Andy's gone. Can you hear me, mate? All right. Shall I go to Yinks and then come back to you? Right. I can hear you well, mate. All right, mate. All right. You look like the baby's having a... All right, mate. Yinks, big Yinks, how are you doing, buddy? How did you enjoy it? I'm all right, mate. I'm all right. I better now we've got the 3 points. It was squeaky bum time. Squeaky bum time at times, mate. Yeah. Yeah.
You can see the boy can't use his left foot. You know what I mean? He
Yeah.
can't use it whatsoever. And because of that, maybe, and because we don't play in transitions, he's going to be forced to use the left foot a majority of the time, especially when we have a deep block playing against us. So because he's
Yeah.
unable to do that, he kind of slows the play down. So when he gets the way, he has to shift it to his right. Again, a good coach will tell you he's going to shift it to his right all the time. So just show him down the left.
Show him down.
And
exactly. Just show him the line. Exactly.
So,
and
I
that's
think
what I said.
something-
Unfortunately, he's far too obvious, isn't he, sometimes?
Exactly.
And when he comes inside, sometimes he has that opportunity just to float a ball towards the back stick, but then he gets another touch, and then that opportunity's gone. So, yeah, I agree. I mean, I saw him at Leicester far too often do exactly that. He could have worldies, and you think, wow, what a player. But then all of a sudden he doesn't turn up. Now, again, he has just become a parent. We know what it's like when you've got a lady at home that is due to have a baby. Yeah. So that baby's come now. Maybe he's had mental issues regarding.
Possibly.
He's worried, things like that. You don't know. We all know we're only human at the end of the day, and obviously being a parent and going through that emotional time again from being a new parent again. It could have just upset his balance a little bit, his mindset. But like I said, we know he's got the ability. But I do get frustrated with him at times.
Yeah. I feel like he's the type of player that he wants everything to be perfect for him, and the frustration builds up, and you can actually see on the pitch. And when he's void of confidence, then his first touch ain't the greatest. Cause even with the goal that the Murphy goal that obviously got disallowed, Barnes had more than enough time to look at the line. He had more than enough time. I think again, Walden had done amazing to even get the ball to him. But prior to that, Barnes could have looked the line and just okay, let me take 2 steps back. I'm obviously offside prior to it. So again, I think it's a man devoid of confidence. And I do understand, like, again, you have Gordon who's out, who plays the same position to him. So again, maybe it doesn't work well when there's a competition aspect to it. But I do believe that he has the talent to really go far. So hopefully we'll see more of it. Maybe the manager might have to, again, I think you said it before, play more centrally. It enables him to be able to use the best element of his game in terms of his close control. I've never seen him look for attacking passes or try to pass it through, but he does. I hope he should have that ability. Maybe I could be wrong, but yeah, he was our worst player. Trippier wasn't great for me as well. I do believe that this Trippier experiment and Livermental left back will stop. Like I've kind of had enough of it. Like anytime Trippier has the ball, I get scared. Or someone's running at him, I get scared.
Yeah,
I think
he
we got
does dilly and dally a bit too much for me. And like I said, some of his passes today, trips was a bit wayward.
was
Far
poor.
easy to. Yeah.
Hmm.
I'm just going to. I think Michael unfortunately has gone. Michael, can you hear me? No, he's unfortunately gone. I think sometimes, when we look at the situation that we find ourselves, I didn't want Woltemade to come off, and you saw as soon as he come off how difficult it was for
Oh
anything
man.
to stick up top,
Hmm.
and I'm hoping as much criticism and stick that I got for saying about Asula, I think
Hmm.
you've seen it now.
Yeah, I agree. I agree
And
now.
and unfortunately, what you get with Asula is exactly that. It is,
Hmm.
I want to run in behind all the time, but you can't
Hmm.
always do that.
Yeah,
When you are the solo player in any
yeah,
jigsaw puzzle, you have to start becoming a team player.
yeah, yeah,
Asula very much is an individual.
yeah.
Um, I would have liked to have seen Asula on the right hand side. I must admit, somebody who
Possibly.
would like to get his head down and
Hmm.
have a go at you. Throw a Langer on the left hand side, go
Got
onto
Sula on
his
the right.
natural foot. Throw a Sula on the right hand side. The only
Hmm.
problem is, we haven't got another striker.
Yeah.
And with these games coming thick and fast, I
Hmm.
know Eddie Howe will not risk Woltemade going down because we've got obviously
Yeah.
Wissa
Yeah.
being out of the scene for a second. So that is something that we need to start looking at.
No, I agree. I agree
16
that.
shots, but 4 on target. It's a poor.
Yeah.
Ricky's got some stats in there.
But of
Uh,
16 shots, 4 on target. Wow. But to be
yeah,
fair, we hit the post. And
yeah,
also
Tonali shot.
Murphy
Yeah,
missed a sit up, so
yeah,
it,
4
it, it
yards
should have
out,
easy.
mate.
Yeah, it should have easily been 3-0. I do, and again, I feel like it should easily been 3-0 anyway. But I think
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Sule experiment's probably got it to go now. I'm in agreement to it. When you're looking at World Armada, I think one thing that's the benefit to him is that I don't think defenders know how to defend against him. Like, because at the end
No.
of the day, when they drop deep, he was a problem. When he was in the box, it was a problem. I don't think they don't know what to do.
Well,
And
that's what I said.
he's
They were sitting on the edge of the 18-yard box, and none of them
mhm,
knew whether to go and close him,
goes
which
to him
meant you
or
doubled
to
up in the 10 spot. You know what I mean?
exactly,
And then you give and
exactly,
go. It was lovely
exactly.
football.
And
Lovely football.
and also he's quite more faster than I thought he was. I didn't think I thought it would be a bit not sludge, but he's decently paced for a striker. You know what I mean? For someone especially of his size, and yeah, and also I think one thing that he's actually a very strong individual. Like the way he can hold players up, and Isak could not do that in any way, shape, or form, and he didn't want to
Nowhere
do that.
near that. No, that
Didn't
wasn't
want
his
to do
game
that
whatsoever, mate.
at all. And he doesn't want the ball in the box, he doesn't want to head of the ball as well. And I think Waldemar he's offering a lot more than expected. If I have to be quite frankly honest, like, and
Yeah,
I don't think a lot of defenders will know how to defend against him because I saw Wolves on his back. He still had the ball on his feet. I bet he barely lost the ball.
yeah.
Barely
I
lost
mean,
the ball.
it's been a really interesting look at, like I say, having a look at Voltemada, and
Mm,
what I noticed straight away, and I was trying to give a little bit of understanding for the way we played and our build-up play, and I'm just going to put on the screen just so me and you can have a quick look if I can. I don't know whether I haven't got it on here because Chris hasn't. Oh, no, I haven't. Hold on, have I? No, it won't let me on Chrissy's. I thought I'd put it onto Chrissy's to see if it allows me to do it on there, but it doesn't. But what you get from a lot of the setup, if you, again, I can't show you, which is a shame. But
mm,
again, you've got both our fullbacks pressing high on the halfway line. Tino's,
mm, mm,
and this is the most passes. So if you look across our back line, you've
mm,
got Shaw, who's the deepest defender on the double pivot with Byrne. You've got both Tino and Trippier
yeah.
literally on the halfway line. And then if you have a look again, and this is what I said, Eddie Howe seemed to be a little bit different tactically. And again, because there's no pace from Voltemada
Mm,
today, what he was asking of both Murphy, and it was a perfect way of showing you this, was both. If you look at the most passes created to Harvey Barnes was
yeah.
inside the 18-yard line. So if you draw a parallel line between the two 18-yard boxes, both offensive and defensive, all of our three players were in between those parallel
Mm-hmm.
lines. So Barnes, Woltemade and Murphy. So again, what you were looking at today, instead of just pace, raw pace in and behind,
Yeah.
we knew Wolves were going to sit deep and blockade, if you like, with that
Mhm.
five at the back. That's what we were expecting. And I think what threw us was the fact that they played with this more of a 4-4-2
So,
with an
yeah.
advanced angle on that left-hand side, which completely threw us for our right back, Trippier and Murphy to deal with.
We saw that.
And neither of them were picking them up. It was one wasn't dropping deep enough, and then Trippier wasn't going tight enough. Again, trying to support the lads in the middle of the park, because obviously the word from the gaffer was for Tino to bomb forward. And when Tino couldn't get forward, we were a little bit all over the shop, totally disjointed for the first 5 minutes. Yeah, exactly. First 5 minutes. Then we started to get our rhythm. And again, just because of pure, I suppose, what's the word I'm looking for? They were dogged in the way they wanted to play. They were at your ankles. They didn't give you time
tenacity
to settle on the ball. Tenacity, It was like, I was going to say Jack Russell-esque, very yappy at your ankles.
No wonder Gomez could have got a red card, and in the first
Gomez
minute,
should have.
Yeah, in the first minute or 5-10 minutes, that I don't know, I can't spell it. One of their players got a yellow card straight.
Yeah. It was typical, very difficult for them to try and get anything from that midfield. And I said it was more spoiling tactics from Wolves. I mean, I've said Andre is a great footballer. I like Gomez. Them two in the middle of the park for Wolves, they could get into most sides.
Definitely.
And I said, for me, if J7 was the one that's going to go, I would either go for Andre or Gomez from Wolves, because for me, you've got virtually like for like in the player. You know what I mean? A bit of tenacity, a bit of doggedship, somebody who's going to, really get at you and not give you opportunity or a chance. So it was definitely a good, an interesting show from that point. Bravo, you're in the building. Can you hear me, sir? Bravo, can you hear me? Yeah, you can hear me. There you go then. What did you think of the game, sir?
Man, it's a good performance by Walter. I don't care about the game. I just care that Woltemade has scored. That was a great start for him, because listen, a lot of people have doubts about this guy's ability to score, about his performance. Oh, he doesn't worth the money. Man, this shuts a lot of people's mouth. Trust me, man. This is a good result. I think it's a good win. And I think Woltemade's game is a good start for him. I'm very happy he scored, because he shuts a lot of people's mouth, and it gives us confidence for the next game to score even more. Don't take too much from the game, because we didn't really were able to score. Unfortunately, another one, and I think Wolves play well. I mean, you give them credits. I think people they're bottom of the league, but they really playing their guts off, and they're really doing very well. Unfortunately, they didn't really come back into the game for them, obviously, but for us, I think it's a good game. And hey, we take the 3 points, move on. Don't make it complicated.
Like I said, sometimes you have to just hold your hand up and say, you know what, we didn't play well today, but we've managed to get 3 points. And I think, for me, there was a lot more pressure on us than there was on Wolves today. Because of the current climate, the situation, the expectation of Newcastle. We shouldn't be in 17th position type of situation. Played half decent in 2 out of 3 games. Lost our way a little bit at Leeds. I thought the international break would have done us the world of good. It hadn't, if I'm honest with you. Having watched today's game, it doesn't seem to have given us anything at all, apart from maybe a hinder. Couple of lads seem to be fresh. Unfortunately, there's a couple of lads out there today that seem to still be playing as if they've left their technical ability back at international duties. Bruno alike, because Bruno, for me, on international duty was outstanding for Brazil. He certainly wasn't that player today in Newcastle. Tonali carried on his perfect performance for Italy, and he seems to, again, doesn't seem to change, that lad. Doesn't matter who the opposition is, he gives you the same type of output virtually every single time. So excellent performance.
Tonali, he's getting match after match, he's getting better and better. There's certain situations whereby he will clean up any mistakes that like Bruno had done and find a way to actually get out. And also, when the ball's in the air or it's in a difficult position, he still was able to find a player. I just think he was phenomenal for me today. Bruno, I feel my issue with Bruno, I think he overplays and I think he wants to do five too much sometimes. Like sometimes just pass the ball. It's a free pass, do it. No, I wanna do the needle in a hole pass, this, that, the third. Like we know you have the ability to do it, but it's not all the time.
I just think sometimes, like I say, playing football simple. You've got to start looking at it as if to say, like, play what you see. Play the easy ball sometimes is the best ball. Rather than, like you say, trying to beat three players. It looks spectacular when it comes off. But when it goes the other way, where you lose the ball in the final third and they've got a break on you, it puts us under pressure. And unfortunately, like I say, those first 10, 15 minutes, there was a couple of times where I think we allowed Wolves to look better than they actually are. Sam A, thank you so much. Is there a better midfielder than Sandro? Hard to find, mate. I'll be honest with you. When you think about money that the likes of Rice and Caicedo went for, how much would you pay for Tonali to get into your side?
Over 100. If you pay Declan Rice over 100 million, you got to pay.
Yeah, you'd be paying 125, wouldn't you? Easy.
No doubt about it.
The midfielder is athletic as Tonali currently. The boy is athletic. Like I knew he was fast, but I didn't know he was that fast, especially on the ball, off the ball. Like he's very athletic.
Yeah,
and doesn't get hurt, does it? Yeah. Doesn't get hurt, Yanks. Actually, I was finishing. I ended up uploading because I tried to do two things at once and my computer crashed. But Woltemade's statements are out there. Also, Eddie Howe's, and we might be able to play that here in just a second. But I wanted to finish this poll right here. Men of the match. We got Woltemade. We got Tonali. Who you get one pick, Bravo. You get one pick, Yanks. Who would you put as men of the match for you so we can put it out there?
I picked Tonali because he played phenomenal. I think.
Give me another one then.
Held the midfield very well.
Yeah. This is for the poll, Bravo. We need 4 players. We've got 3. So, we need another one.
3. Okay, I'll give you Livramento. He played very well in defense. I think he played decent game for defense, and I think obviously Woltemade. You can throw in a Sula because he's gonna get 0.
Oh no.
Get out of it.
Yanks. Who would be your 4th out of those 3?
My 4th player, we'll probably. So we say Tonali,
Woltemade, and we've put in Fabian Shaw at the back.
Oh, we did put Fabian Shaw. Okay, then that's it.
You got it. You happy now? That's it. We've done it. We'll do it.
Was that good? Okay, then we're
gonna. So he dealt with that Tolu striker quite well.
Exactly. Yeah,
he dealt with him quite well. And
he did.
They planted Tolu on Shaw. I didn't see Tolu and Burn any
time. No.
Yeah.
No. And that's what I said. You look at Shaw's interception in the first 5 minutes. It could have been 1-0 Wolves quite easily at the back stick.
Easy.
So I thought he did absolutely outstanding in that situation. But again, as the game went on, as always with Newcastle, it was squeaky bum time. But we got there in the end.
But I also like to say, Burn and Shaw, I think we need to actually give them their kudos, like give them their respect. I think they're probably in the top 4 best pairing in the Premiership in terms of defensively. Because without them, I don't think we'd have Champions League last season. And this season, they've only conceded in 1 match where we had a player down. I think there's a lot more respect that needs to go to both Burn and Shaw. I understand Botman and Powell is there, but Burn and Shaw have been phenomenal for us for the past year and a bit.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
This is what we were saying before, though, because we said at the start of this game, what about Malik Chow? What about bringing Malik Chow in? And, if you want... But again, maybe Eddie Howe has said, these have got a new boy up front. He's going to be like Woltemade for us. He's going to be wanting to impress. He wants to prove that he's worthy of a Premier League position. So, why gamble on bringing somebody new in when you're upsetting a partnership? So stay with what you know, type of thing. And I think it worked. Like you said, it limited them to very little. In actual fact, it was Gomez running off the left-hand side that caused us more issue because nobody tracked his run. And to be fair, if he was a better striker at goal, he should have had at least a hat-trick today. The amount of opportunities the lad had.
Yeah. No, that's a very good point. I think we did what we had to do. It wasn't the greatest match ever. It wasn't the worst. I mean, we did what we had to do. I would have liked to see more, trying to finish the game. off.
Yeah.
I think that Wolves had enough to. I mean, they showed us that they had enough to score. Now they didn't follow through in the second half, to say the least. But I think that we risked it a little bit, but we were able to get with the win. So that's fair enough with me. Let's go listen to Woltemade, and you can watch all of the post-match reactions on the channel as well if you want to rewatch it. Let's listen to the big Wolfie as he spoke after the game.
So yeah, all the fans, looked at me, and I was just like happy, and that was feeling really good.
The noise when the ball hit the back of the net was quite incredible. Can you talk me through what you're seeing and what you're hearing when you run away to celebrate?
I didn't know, to be honest, what to do, because it was like, it can't be a better debut, to be honest. And I was just like happy. I was looking in the faces and everybody was looking at me. And I was just like happy, and also to score directly a goal, it's important for a striker. And I guess, I was just happy.
I've heard you've been nicknamed Woltemade. Are you already living up to the hype, do you feel, in Newcastle?
Yeah. The fans in Germany, they call me like this. I don't know. It's quite a big name, I think. And right now I'm really happy to be here. The fans welcome me a lot. And I saw them already outside a lot. And everybody was just nice to me. And I think it's the right place to be right now.
Yeah, I was going to say, every single time I go on social media, there's big Nick energy, most certainly. There's pictures with you with fans on social media. How loved do you feel by the fans, and how good to see those pictures?
Yeah, it's crazy. Everybody was like really excited, I think, for my debut now at this game. And I'm really happy that I make them happy, that we won, that I score a goal. I think now they're happy, and I'm happy too.
Absolutely. And just finally, Nick, onto the Champions League next. Barcelona at St James's Park on Thursday night. How excited are you to play in the Champions League at Newcastle and to play Barcelona?
Yeah, that's crazy. I'm really happy. I think for my first Champions League game, it's a good opponent, and I'm excited for it. I think the atmosphere will be crazy, and I'm really looking forward.
What a personality there by Woltemade, ready to score, ready to get on the board. I think we might, and I think Yinks, you were one of the ones. Were you in for Woltemade before, or you jumping on the bandwagon? Which one were you? I think you were mentioning.
I never said Woltemade. I jumped on the bandwagon. I didn't want Sesko.
You didn't want Sesko. You didn't want Sesko. That's true.
But I think I always thought it was going to go Bayern Munich. I never even had a chance. So.
Well, Bayern Munich were in, but they wanted him to wait another season. That you can say that's a mistake, but they are big enough to say that to a player, and he wasn't bothered. He wasn't bothered. He saw the opportunity to change careers, to come to the Premier League and get it done, and so therefore. He is our player, and he certainly shown qualities to be, it's just one game. We shall see. Again, he's going to be, for somebody that's just thrown out there and told, listen, just perform and see what you can do. He done really well today. You can assume against Barcelona, he's going to do all right.
I feel like if we actually evaluate the game, in terms of like certain goals, if Barnes watched the line, then he would have been the pass for that assist. If Joe Murphy actually got it on target, you know what I mean, it would have been another goal. Because I think that as much as like Eddie Howe annoys me, I have to give him the respect that the throw-ons that we're now starting to do with Livramento. We have Byrne and Waldemar standing together, just causing ruckus. They don't even have to jump. This is going to cause trouble. And I feel like that is I think that's what Waldemar has brought to us. He's brought to us a plethora of different things that even Isaac couldn't bring. And also, he's actually quite nimble on his feet. He's not sluggish. He runs around.
Right.
Even Osula kind of does 100-mile sprints and then he gets tired. Waldemar tends to actually still press his players, and he consistently presses them. You know what I mean? And he doesn't stop to a degree as well. So he's a phenomenal player.
He is, but I was going to ask you that because obviously there's no pace there now. So when you look at the likes of Waldemar on the press, have we as Newcastle got to start changing the way we play when we try and press the keeper and the centre halves and the fullbacks like we used to with that pace? Because it was the pace that scared players because it stops the ability to get the ball out of your feet as a defender, doesn't it? So now, does it mean that Eddie has to change that a little?
You know what? But if we go back to Isak and we're honest, he wasn't the greatest presser. Like the player to me that presses the hardest is Gordon by far. Like
Yeah,
when Gordon's
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
Yeah.
press, I mean, no, the defenders don't
A
want the
little,
ball.
a little too much at times. He got
Sometimes,
sent off and
sometimes,
suspended.
sometimes. But I feel like with what Waldemar was able to do, he still put slight pressure on them. And we'll see. I don't know because I don't believe Isak was the greatest press. I feel like he was okay, but the only time when we see like a strong press is if Gordon was actually the one to start the press. And
Yeah,
yeah, so I don't
you're
know.
right though. Yeah, but he wasn't the best presser in the world, Isak. But you know what Isak was a great finisher, and that in
Oh yeah,
itself
yeah,
puts
yeah, yeah, yeah,
pressure on any defender. So what
yeah,
you get there, as you quite
Yeah.
rightly say, is you get the press from Anthony Gordon, who goes
yeah.
back to back like a
Back,
yo-yo.
yeah,
Then they miss past the ball, and once that ball comes anywhere
yeah,
near
yeah.
Isak, there's a shot at goal, isn't there? So
Mhm,
I
mhm,
think
mhm,
I
mhm.
think sometimes even with Isak's presence on the field, he gave the
Yeah,
opposition a little bit of something to think about. Now we've got a different style of striker. But what I liked about Voltemade was the fact that the way he linked play. It
yeah,
wasn't like I said, the
yeah.
difference that you saw when Asula come on, where we could no longer retain the ball high up the field. I think it was there and obvious to everybody to see. So
Mhm.
for me, I quite agree with whoever's put that. I think it was Steve or Sensible Monica said we need to cash in January if their offer's still on the table for
Yeah, yeah,
Asula to go on loan, because I think by that time there should be enough evidence to prove that he's just not Premiership ready.
yeah.
Sammy, thank you for your super chat. Says Big Nick is incredibly unique. We have a gem, says Sam. I agree with that. But it's up to Woltemade to prove himself as a important striker. If he's scoring goals, he'll be a threat just like Isak. I think he can shoot from the outside. Maybe not as proven as Isak, but we just have to see. He'll get his opportunity, especially on Thursday against Barcelona, knowing that Wissa is probably not going to be available again. So probably going to get a shot. And then after that, if he performs, then now poor Wissa, who everybody thought was going to start, is going to have to sit in the bench. And that's a good problem to have, It just is what it is at this point. Let's go with Eddie Howe as he's spoken as well after the game. And again, all of this on NUFC Talk TV.
Game. And I thought we played pretty well after the first 5 minutes, where Wolves started very strong. I thought we created some really good chances. We had control of the game, but at 1-0 you've never put the game to bed, and the fact we hadn't won a game this season then puts sort of more pressure on you. There's the latter stages, but I thought we defended really well.
Is that the only feeling of frustration you could have today, that it should have been won earlier? Because the win, I guess, was all that mattered today.
Yeah, the win was all that mattered, but I think we'd love to, of course, win in a better style and score more goals. But ultimately, as long as you win, that's the most important thing. We're defending really well as a team at the moment. We look really strong defensively. And we know we've got goals in the team. We know we've got players that can hurt the opposition, and great to see Nick scoring his debut.
I know you said 2 weeks ago at Leeds that the goals just aren't flowing at the moment, but the football was at times.
Yeah, really pleased with how we controlled the game, and our midfield looked strong, and we got our wide players into the game, our fullbacks attacked. So I don't see much wrong with the performance at all. Yes, I think we missed a couple of chances. Sandro's hit the post, so it could have been very different. But I'm just really pleased with the commitment of the players. What they've given me and they continue to give me is great to see.
And do you have to make a
you can watch the rest of that on the YouTube channel right there. That was Eddie Howe's first initial comments. Happy for Woltemade, he said, and obviously, now he has, according to him, and I think all of us, that he has players to play with. If he needed to make a substitution. So what do you think? Not to get too much into the Barcelona game, but this kind of showing us what he might do, or maybe not, because maybe Murphy played because he wants Ilanga to be fresh for Barcelona. What is going to be? It's still a guesswork, and you're laughing, Yinks. Are you rating Ilanga? Are you not rating? What do you make of that? Who would you rather have on the right wing?
It's difficult because I always say Murphy has bozo moments. You know what I mean? Sometimes then he'll come out of a screamer. And
Right.
I still feel like Elanga still needs some time to bed into the team. Again, his end product needs to be worked on. I think right now, if I have to be honest, Murphy's been our best winger for the past year and a bit. I do so. Yeah, Murphy's got to start for now, but I do believe that Elanga will have a stronger say as the season goes on. Um, I just don't know because it's very difficult. Because right now, the only winger that's actually been, I don't want to say great or good, it's had probably been Murphy to a degree. Like he played okay today, he played good today, got the assist, even though he missed the sitter. Last year again, his stats speaks for itself. Um, so I don't know, man. And you also got to take in consideration we haven't had a striker till now as well. So it's all I don't want to speak. I don't want to say anything. I haven't got enough evidence to be able to critique Elanga to the point where it's like, oh my gosh, like Osula. Osula, I was Osula gang. Now I'm like, yeah, Osula's he's just not good enough.
I was going to ask you, Sam Myers just literally took the words out of my mouth. Would you guys see Elanga on the left-hand side against Barcelona, as Barnes has been literally non-existent? Would you try leaving Murphy on the right hand side?
Gordon would play against Barcelona.
Well, look, you've got to ask yourself, he's good. Well, yeah, he's had a game internationally, but because he's been out for 3 weeks, does he come straight back into the side? Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But does he come straight back into the side?
I think you'll see Gordon. I think you'll see Gordon on. I mean, that's my gamble anyway. I think you'll see Gordon. But if he doesn't, I mean, I think there's a good possibility. The fact that he played Elanga there could be an indication as well to what he might do.
Yeah. Personally, I think knowing Eddie Howe previously, I feel he probably put a team out that would tactically play against Barcelona rather than based on form. So I generally don't know what he's gonna do. Sorry, mate. I don't know what he's gonna do.
That's sitting on the fence, big.
I can't like literally because Eddie Howe might just be he has his book and pad and he's doing his calculations like and next thing you know he's six players in defense and I don't know what he's gonna do. We'll see.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. What do you think, Bravo? What do you think? I just noticed we had the wrong thing there. Wherever, let me fix it. Go on, bro.
Yeah, what do I think of what exactly?
You're not paying attention, man, to the reaction. What's going on? What do you think about?
Is it about like Osula playing
Gordon,
on the left? Is that the question?
Osula now on the left. No, we're talking about. Well, do you think Gordon is going to come in for Barcelona?
Yeah, that's the question. Yes. I think Gordon will probably play. If he has no restrictions, he should be able to play. And then we don't have like I think Barnes is okay as a backup. Osula, I think keep him as a bench forward striker. If Woltemade comes out, then Osula comes in off the bench. If Wissa is assumingly is not ready, so yeah, that's how it's supposed to go.
Keith Downey says, quoting Eddie Howe, saying that Eddie has no update on Yohan Wissa and is awaiting news on the striker's knee worry. So no news there. I just don't see the fact that he has never trained with the team, and I just even if he is ready by Barcelona, I just do not see him playing. And he might be ready for the weekend, but even then, if he's ready by Friday, is he going to play with 2 days of training or 1 day of training? I just don't see it. I wouldn't put Wissa playing until 2 weeks from now. For the Toon.
Really?
Yeah, because this whole week he's not going to be ready for Barcelona. With lack of training and game time, first he's never trained with Newcastle, so he wouldn't be ready for Sunday. And the next game is not until the following week, for the end of the following week. So I think
he just played for Congo. He played really well.
Well, yeah, true. But he's coming from an injury. Are you going to risk him when you don't need to? Really?
It all depends. But then I think it all depends. If we're like losing to Barcelona, hey, he's gonna come in. I would not be surprised.
If he's ready, I don't think he'll be ready for Barcelona though.
You know what? Let me take it back. Eddie's gonna play. I think Gordon and Elanga gonna play out wide for against Barcelona. I think he's gonna hit them on the counter, and he's gonna play very, very, very defensively and hit them on the counter. Yes, he's definitely.
Well, I mean, Barcelona plays with a high line, very high line, and you don't necessarily have to be defensive. It's just like the Postecoglou twat line all the way up front. I mean, you just need fast play. That's why I think Gordon might play.
Yeah, Gordon and Elanga must be starting. They're doing a counter. They're playing transition football.
I mean, Gordon and Elanga or with high line of Barcelona, that might be a feast. I I highly doubt Barcelona will never change their playing style.
Yeah.
So I don't think they don't change due to other teams. So I wouldn't do that. But I don't think they will do that. But so I think that might be the decision. It may be why Ilanga didn't play today, which I thought it was more about, wanted to see Murphy. But now I'm thinking it might just be because Ilanga is going to play. It's all assumptions, really. So we don't know what's really going to happen. But overall, I thought today was a really good game. Really good game to get points and all of that. Anybody else that stands out for you guys that you want to mention? Were you impressed by any of them? Tino, we put him, did we put him in a match? I think we might have, but I don't think he's going to get even close. Actually, let's look at the poll here and see what the people are saying. Tonali, Woltemade, Shar, and Tino. Tonali, 66%. He was amazing. He was amazing. But Woltemade, people are going to vote for him. He scored, and fair enough. He scored the only goal we could score. And Shar, 2%, Tino, 1%. So the difference is very. We had to put 4. We had to put 4, but the difference there is overwhelming. Interesting though, because now you're starting to place Woltemade back to back. More than likely, Wissa won't be available for even the Bournemouth game. So now Woltemade playing 3 games in 1 week, basically. If you count it, in a little more than a week, but if you count today plus Thursday plus the next Sunday, and today Eddie Howe was saying that he had to come off because he was starting to feel a little cramp, so just not to risk him. So that's risky enough. Or is there a possibility that Osula might play against Bournemouth?
Oof.
The lesser important of the games.
Osula can't start against Bournemouth, man. I'm so sorry.
Listen, the way Bournemouth have started, though, when you say the lesser teams, they are
They're not
third.
lesser.
On the same points, so we are. We've certainly got to be careful. We can't take any team in the Premier League as we speak now as an also run, if you like, because they all have, especially Bournemouth at the minute, they have started so well. Again, they've 3 wins and a loss. There's only Liverpool that looks like there's potential 100% going forward into the 5th game, I should say, when they play tomorrow. Like I said, there is still lots to play for in this league, and like I say, I certainly wouldn't look at Bournemouth as being a lesser team to play the likes of Astula against. They seem to be hitting the road, really well, Bournemouth. So I would put a strong side out against Bournemouth because, to me, as much as Champions League is very important, and it is important. If you lose against Barcelona, it's not the end of the day. You lose against Bournemouth, and all of a sudden there's a gap appearing between the top and the middle of the table. So for me, I think every game coming forward, you've got to put your effort in.
Oh yeah, 100%. There's no disagreeing with that. Steve says Osula offers nothing, and Brent says, Chris, when was the last time Howe beat Bournemouth? I think we beat him when I was there. No, we got beaten, I think. Never mind. Yeah. No, that was the game we lost. Yeah, exactly.
We lost. You were there, weren't you?
Yeah. So it's I don't know. Osula with the fans has lost credibility. I think most fans right now are not too happy with him. And I don't know if anything that he has done is about what he hasn't done, I guess. That's the issue with him. But
my only issue with Asula personally, and sorry to cut you off, was is that in terms of somebody that's itching to start, I don't believe he has the engine to play up front for Newcastle. For me, anyway, I don't see him the way with so much pace. It just seems as if he's very stagnant, and he needs to the way he runs as well. Like, he's very fast, but you don't even see that. You see it sometimes, but it's not like Gordon. Gordon's dynamic and go from left, right. He's very agile. Osula's not agile. He's like, then he has to get back his energy, then run again. And if he was more agile, just by, then people would subconsciously be like, okay, cool, he works very hard. But again, his first touch ain't the greatest. When he's in good positions, he makes the mistake. He always wants to shoot. He doesn't want to set up You know what I mean? It's just there's no quality with him, and it hurts me to say this.
Yeah. All right. Welcome to Jordan. Jordan, welcome to the channel, mate. How's it going? All good?
Yeah, very good. Thank you very much.
Welcome, buddy. What do you think? What do you think about the game? Are you a Toon fan? I'm assuming.
I am, yes.
All right. Are you from Newcastle or where are you
I
from?
am, yeah. Newcastle.
All right, lovely, lovely, brother, lovely. So tell us then, what do you think about the game?
Amazing. I mean, God, it's mad to think that Isaac has gone and we've actually got like this German player who is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I mean, it's starting with the goal. That's only going to help his cause, obviously. Now the thing is though, when he stops scoring, I'm just trying to brace for when it goes, because eventually he can't score every game, or maybe he can. I don't know, but the expectation is high on him, isn't it?
Do you think Jordan Woltemade would have started if Wissa was fit?
Probably not. I've seen a lot of Wissa when he played at Brentford, and I think a lot of the conflict between the two is Woltemade is quite talented. This is a bit more versatile. He knows a bit more about the game. Woltemade's only had, I think he's only had a couple of weeks to train with the squad. A lot of the thing with us is we need players that are good, talented, very committed to the game. I mean, with Tino, let's come to this. I actually like him. I watched him when England were playing in the international friendlies.
Yeah.
And I was like, why can't you do that in Newcastle?
Yeah, it looks different. I think the Premier League sometimes a lot harder and stronger than you think, though. When you're up against smaller opposition at international level, like Andorra and things like that, you can see the difference in a player. Tino looked a different dynamic in an England shirt. In the Premier League, unfortunately, you're up against a larger consortium from international teams. So the level of teams playing against you is a lot of a higher standard. Even unfortunately, like Wolves, they were sit rock bottom of the league. There's still some individual talent at Wolves that can cause you a bit of a harm. Who's your favourite player then, Jordan, in the Newcastle shirt?
Oh, favourite player.
There's many to choose from. That's for certain.
There's a lot to choose from.
You gotta say Tonali, man. Come on, stop playing.
I'm gonna have to say Woltemade.
Yeah, jumping on the bandwagon. Jumping on the bandwagon,
glory, man.
Yeah, glory hunter, man. But who was the man of the match for you? I'm assuming Woltemade then.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's good. Well, that's a good choice. He scored the only goal that we had. So, very good stuff then. All right, then, Jordan, appreciate you for coming on, mate. Thank you very much indeed. Any last thoughts on the game or anything coming up against Barcelona, maybe?
Coming up, I think Barcelona is going to be a really hard game for us, to be honest. I've heard that Yamal might be out for a little bit, so that's a bonus. I don't know if anybody's heard any different. I looked this morning and he was still training, so I don't know if they will play him. Probably they might, but let's get to Harvey Barnes, because a lot of people have been
He has to prove a few things.
Not very nice about him today.
He didn't.
A lot of, I think, because Barnes hasn't had enough playing time this season. I think it's more Eddie Howe wants to bring him into the team, but he doesn't know a lot about how Barnes is adapted to the team, if you know what I mean. A lot of the time, I think, obviously Anthony Gordon's suspended. I will get to that in a second because I wanted to talk to Jerry about that actually. I think it's one of them where you think, do either bring in Condero, maybe in the Barcelona game instead of Barnes.
Cordero?
Yeah.
Cordero's loaned out.
Oh, is he on loan?
Yeah,
he's somewhere in Kazakhstan or something.
Yeah.
Because our loan officer is not the sharpest tool in the box, but regardless. Well, thank you, Jordan, for joining us, man. Appreciate you making your appearance on the show. Thank you very much, brother. And God bless you. And
come back again, and we'll talk about Anthony Gordon, because I know you've got lots to talk about. But we're running out of time, Jordan. So come back on and talk about Anthony Gordon. All right.
No doubt about it. Cheers, Jordan. Thank you very much, mate.
Take care.
Bye.
See you, brother. That was Jordan there from Newcastle. It is Chris, it is Gary, it is Big Yinks, NUFC Talk contributors. Big Yinks been taking a vacation from us, though. There's no drama no more, so he don't want to be involved. There's people that just like drama, man. There's people, but you're showing up. You're showing up when we won. At least you're not one of those people that just shows up when we lose and want something to say. So there you go, mate. But hopefully we'll see you next week as well.
No, you should see me, man.
No doubt about it. Any last thoughts on the game then? What can we finalize with? What do we actually the poll? Let's close the poll. Who is the man of the match? 64%. 64% of the votes. Sandro Tonali is the man of the match. We'll see the poll is also going in the community of the channel, so we will see what people vote throughout the days and hours. Woltemade, of course, 31% of the voting. Shar and Tino, honorable mentions with combined 4%. A combined 4%. I'm being nice to Tino because he only got 1%. So there you go. But any last thoughts then on this game, lads? I guess nothing more than that. Just a win, 3 points.
I think it was lovely. Yeah, 3 points was the main thing today. I think that nobody. I didn't want any more pressure going on Woltemade because of like for like, people were always going to mirror him against the lad who left us for pastures new. And for me, I thought the lad come on, and not only did he shine, I thought he looked confident, composed, and gave us a different edge and a different dynamic to the forward line. And like I say, imagine if we played both him and Wissa in the same team. It's exciting times, mate.
Well, Wissa's a really good striker. So, but again, he was asked that in the press conference, and he said, that it's something that can happen, like Isak and Callum Wilson, but he's not really willing to make that change is a permanent, permanent change, more or less. Maybe an option if we need to attack or something like that. But so it's a one spot right now for the center forward, and you would think so though, because without a really true backup, is he really going to are you going to rely on Osula to be the backup?
Well, I think what you've got, as we've seen, I think what Eddie Howe was looking for when he was willing to move Osula on was the fact that he's got Anthony Gordon as that third makeshift, if you like. Because if I'm honest with you, what does Anthony Gordon give you that Osula doesn't, or what does Osula give you that Anthony Gordon doesn't? They both really run around like headless chickens. But what you get from Anthony Gordon is somebody who can close down space and understands to run the channels. Unfortunately, Osula just doesn't give you that.
Yeah. Any last thoughts, Yinks?
Nah, man, away the lads, and on to Barcelona. Listen, if we beat or we do well against Barcelona, that could be a catapult. It could catapult our season, whereby the other players can come back with a lot of confidence. So, yeah, man, can't wait.
No doubt about it. And don't forget the NUFC Talk, ready to update you on everything Newcastle United every single day. So stay tuned, subscribe, hit the like button on your way out, don't forget.
We just want to highlight Awesome Inc. because he's been barking at the point about Asula being a number 10 and not a number 9. We don't play with a 10, guys.
We don't actually. Yeah.
So it's
awesome
not about
Inc.
us. Okay. Yeah. So it's not about us trying to understand his role. He has to adapt to Eddie Howe's role. It's not about him not playing in his current position. He's been tasked to do a job. The same as we do with Anthony Gordon. He's not a striker, but he's tasked to do a job. And unfortunately, he's not really given us anything to work off. So when you say about giving him a chance to start as a creator, it's not about, I said he should be on the right-hand side. He likes to work with the ball at his feet.
I think that could be more of a chance that he can perform. He's not a creator, though. He can be a loose 9, if you will, but he is not a 10. Come on now. Wake up and smell the coffee. He's not going to create. He's not going to give you a pass through that nobody's seen. He's not going to do none of that. He's not Maradona, for God's sake. So, let's relax on the number 10 as well. I think if I had to choose a number 10, would probably put Harvey Barnes before I do Osula as a 10, in my opinion. But we don't play with a 10, so it's not really up to us. Regardless, hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Stay tuned to the channel. Check out the channel throughout the day. New stuff always. And pretty soon, if not by tomorrow, earlier on, the fans outside of St. James's Park speaking. We want to give a platform to all fans across the world, and local fans as well. All of us united. We open up the forum here so everybody can come on. So fake fans like Yinks from somewhere in the Midlands can just, I'm just playing. Yinks is a proper fan. But also local fans from outside St. James's Park. So stay tuned to that video as local fans will be having their say outside with Amrit, and we'll put that up as well so you can know what they're saying about this performance in particular. Anyways, folks, thank you very much indeed, all of you. Thank you to everybody that's called in. Jordan, Andy, did Andy get through? I don't know if he got through or not.
No, he struggled.
And then also Bravo and Umar in the beginning. And of course, the regular contributors, Gary and Big Yinks. Thank you very much indeed. We'll see you all on the next one, lads. How are the lads? Let's go.